I'm joined today by Danni Warren, Regional Director of Women's Cricket for the London and East Region, and each of Amara, Carr, Naomi, Dattani and Cordelia Griffiths, who've all today been unveiled as the three cricketers to obtain professional playing contracts for the new region in the new women's structure. Huge congratulations to each of the three of you, but firstly, let me start off with Danni. Dan, you were only recently announced Director of Women's Cricket for the region. What an incredible start to the role, being able to award these three with pro contracts.
Yeah, morning, Fletch. It's lovely to be able to sit here and have this interview, because we've been planning this for a long time. It seems now, ever since the transformation of women and girls cricket became a reality when ECB announced the action plan way back last September. I think everyone who's been involved in the game has been dreaming and thinking about how this moment would come about. Perhaps not as we quite imagined it, sitting in our own respective front rooms or offices to have a conversation. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind couple of months to put everything together, and it's so exciting to be able to sit here and have this chat with these three girls. I'm really pleased that we've got to this point.
Well, it's an enormous step forward for the women's domestic game, Dan. What does this mean to the game at large?
Well, I suppose that the most important thing is that we've actually got players that don't have to worry about things other than cricket now. And as we all know, the more things you try to juggle, the harder it is to commit wholeheartedly to one thing. And what we have here is three players who, I'm sure you're going to ask me later on about why we picked these girls. But first and foremost, they've almost been as professional as you can be over the last few years without actually getting the opportunity to fully focus on this. And that's now, hopefully, this is an opportunity that will allow them to put some of the things that they have to distract themselves with to one side, to get the best support that they can, and really, push their game, but push our region and push the national game as far forward as we can.
Absolutely. You mentioned the frustrations, Dan, with what we're currently suffering in the COVID crisis. It's pretty strange that you've announced these three as professional cricketers, but yet the one thing they can't do is play cricket. What will, when we return to what the new normal will be, what will their schedule look like?
Yeah, you're right. As I said earlier, it's the last place we thought we'd be when we were announcing this a few months ago. But it's a situation that everyone is embracing as best as they can. Now, the work that's being done at the moment, sort of on fitness and also to prepare ourselves to get back to playing, is all going on behind the scenes. I suppose when we finally get out there, there's obviously the return to play guidelines that we'll work around to be able to get them onto a cricket pitch as soon as possible. We're very hopeful that we'll play cricket by the end of the summer in the regional domestic competition. So once we've got that one on the table, we can start to plan a return to cricket. Post that, looking into the winter and looking beyond, the girls might not want to hear this, but they're going to be spending a lot of time hitting balls, training with the S&Cs. We've got some great partners that we're working with to put some of the best training venues in place for them. So yeah, it will be exciting. I suppose I'm not going to hide behind the fact that I'm stealing from the male pros that I've seen working before and how they've structured their program. So it's going to be as close to that as it physically can be.
Sounds incredible. What a great opportunity. Look, I'm going to turn over to the girls now. Naomi, I'll start with you. What a wonderful opportunity. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's almost a pinch me moment still, knowing that there's more professional women across the country and that I'm one of them. So it's a really exciting opportunity. I'm just looking forward to getting started.
For those that don't know you, Naomi, where did your cricketing journey start? What age did you start the game? Who were your early influences, and what brings you to this point?
So I, like most people do, start with the older brother in the back garden, but then joined a local boys club and then just kind of got picked up from there into a Middlesex under-11s setup, and then kind of followed that pathway, and then naturally joined a women's club with Gunnersbury, now Finchley Guns, and throughout the whole pathway in general, there's been loads of people influencing my career. So many coaches, my parents as well, supporting me, taking me to games and everything like that. So there's been loads of influences, and I mean, I'm sure they'd be very proud as to when they find out about this contract.
I'm sure there will be. Amara, over to you. Much the same question, really. Congratulations. What got you to here? When did you start? Because you originally were playing down in Devon, weren't you?
Yeah, so I guess a similar story in that I've got a very cricket orientated family. So much of my childhood was kind of spent playing with my two older brothers in the garden, and then from there going along to their sessions. And I think my first game really was when, for my brother's side, they were a player short, and it was kind of get Amara in, and then from there just loved it, and kind of just spurred on from there. Probably my dad's been the biggest influence on my journey, I'd say. He's very passionate about the game himself, and he's put a lot of work in down in Devon, kind of setting up a pathway there, and then from there it's kind of taken off. And then later years, I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to go and play at Middlesex, and kind of all my cricket's kind of moved up towards the London region now. So yeah, again, just a huge opportunity, and just feel really privileged to kind of be in this position, and where the game's at now is really exciting.
Certainly is. What are you most looking forward to in terms of the challenges that being a professional cricketer will throw at you?
I just think it's having that opportunity to dedicate all those hours to your training, your S&C, everything that comes with it, and not have, before, I guess, having that life balance of work and other commitments and university, whatever it may be. Now just having the opportunity and those hours to train full times, and I guess see how far you can kind of go with it, which I think I'm most looking forward to it. Yeah, I guess up until now is kind of, you feel like there's been a bit of a roof in terms of how much you can kick on in terms of the hours you can put in, and now just having those hours to do all of that, it's just amazing.
Certainly is. And Cordelia, over to you. I think I'm right in saying your father played cricket, didn't he?
He did, yeah. So he used to play for Derbyshire, and he played there for like 10 years, I think. He stopped when I was born, so he had a good career with them. But yeah, he was my biggest influence. Like, he's had so many experiences that he's been able to pass on to me, and ultimately that's how I got into my cricket. We started playing when I can remember when I was really young, just with a table tennis bat and a balloon, just in our kitchen. So, and then from there, just building up, playing kitchen and garden cricket. And yeah, no, he's been a massive influence in my life, and he's put endless hours into coaching me. And I'm just so grateful that I'm so lucky to have someone like him to have sort of coached me and guided me along the way.
I can see why I'm sitting here doing a media job and not earning a pro contract with no older brothers and talented cricketing fathers. Cordelia, becoming a professional cricketer, obviously hugely exciting, but what changes in life will that mean for you? I mean, presumably you've had to give up the day job, so to speak.
Yeah, so I finished university, I studied law at Durham, and I finished my master's at the end of 2018. And I said to myself, I wanted to give myself the opportunity to play my cricket and enjoy it without having my studying or any sort of legal stuff in the background. So yeah, sort of, it was a little bit daunting, sort of taking that leap and not going into the legal field. But I felt I owed it to myself, and cricket is my passion at the end of the day. It's something that I've always wanted to go into. And having this opportunity now to play professionally and to really dedicate my time to my cricket, which I kind of have been doing for the last 18 months, but to have that support now with S&C, with coaching, and to be training and playing in a professional environment is just going to be amazing. And like Amara was saying, like, I can't wait to get underway with the girls and to get started, obviously, when it's safe to do so.
Absolutely. Back to you, Naomi. This platform that becoming a professional cricketer is going to give you, do you see that as a bit of a step up towards your ambitions of hitting it on the international stage?
Yeah, I think so. You know, for me, I've like most of the other girls, had to balance a lot of things, and just getting this contract has lifted a weight off my shoulders, and now I can really concentrate on that and really just see where it takes me, knowing that I can fully concentrate on the training and not have to worry about anything else. And actually the biggest challenge for me is always just trying to relax and do nothing aside from cricket. So knowing that that's what makes me successful, I'm really looking forward to seeing where that goes and seeing how far I can take with the cricket.
Absolutely. You're currently Middlesex women's captain across all formats. I'm unsure as to what this means for Middlesex. Are you still going to be able to play for your county, or will you be playing primarily for the region now?
I think we'll be playing primarily for the region, and it's been a real honour to captain Middlesex and have all the responsibilities with that and look after the girls and do that. So that leadership within me will probably always stay. I don't know in what capacity that will continue, but whatever looks into the future, I'm definitely looking forward to playing for the region and taking those learnings with me forward.
Excellent. And Amara, back to you. What advice would you give? I mean, you've obviously got to this point in your career by doing your disciplines well and being committed to where you are now. What advice would you give to any youngsters? I mean, there's now a genuine pathway from cricket in the back garden with your brothers through to club cricket, through to county level, through to earning a professional contract, which means you've got a career in the game. What advice would you give to any aspiring youngsters out there that are watching this?
I guess for me, my advice would be just to keep playing, stick in there, and I guess also enjoy all those victories when they happen. They're small, like no matter how big or small they are. I think we probably all know, being involved in cricket, that cricket can be a cruel game at times, and it's very easy to kind of dwell on when it's not going well and to let things heap up on top of you. But yeah, just surround yourself with positive people and enjoy it and try and play with a smile on your face and love for the game, pretty much.
And how excited are you to be one of the first named professional women's cricketers, and what does it mean to you to be kind of at the forefront of what's a massive movement for the game?
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously it's a huge honour really, and I think we all know what a massive step this is for women's sport and for women's cricket specifically. And yeah, I guess just feel really privileged to be in this position where we've made such a huge stride in the game, and like you said, can't wait for the opportunity and all that it's got to come, brings with it really. Yeah, I guess just feel really privileged, I guess, from the whole situation. It's very humbling and exciting to be one of the first, and just lots to look forward to. Can't wait to get stuck in.
Great stuff. And Cords, you obviously have played with Naomi and Amara for a number of years. How much will you lean upon each other? Because obviously there are going to be plenty of challenges along the way. How much are you going to lean upon each other for support and learn from each other?
Yeah, absolutely. It's such an honour starting alongside these two girls. I've known them since we were like 14, 15. So it's amazing to have them starting this journey and doing it with them. Obviously, it's going to be so important to lean on each other in this time. We're going to be experiencing new challenges, new experiences, new opportunities. And I think, yeah, we've had a bit of experience at the KSL of what it's like to be a professional cricketer, but doing that full time is going to bring its own challenges. And I think that is something we're going to really take in our stride together and lean on each other for support as and when we need it. So yeah, it's going to be great doing it along two great friends of mine as well.
Excellent. I've got to ask you, Cords, where were you when you got the call from Danni with the good news, and what was your reaction? Was it skipping around the lounge with a big smile on your face, or were you a bit more reserved?
No, it was something like that. I remember I was at home. I just got back from a cycle actually, and I was kind of in shock. I kind of had goosebumps when she told me. You know, it's just one of those things I've always dreamt about doing. I've given up like my legal career to play cricket and dedicate this time to it. So it means so much to have the chance to really kick on with my cricket and to enjoy it. Yeah, I remember being really grateful, really thankful. She's probably thinking I was thanking her too much, but yeah, it's just means so much, you know, to have this opportunity, and it's really quite special to start this journey.
And how about you, Amara? Lots of whooping?
Yeah, I was actually in my parents' garden having like a socially distanced catch up when I heard. So it was kind of that awkward, oh, we can't hug, but I'm really excited. And yeah, so I think, yeah, my parents were very excited. Yeah, and obviously, yeah, just feels like a dream come true, I think. Like Cord said, a lot of us have kind of had to put our careers on hold as such whilst this has kind of been in the pipeline, and now for it to kind of come through and to have this opportunity and be able to see how far we can go with that. It's just, yeah, really exciting to be able to move forward with the game, and with Cords and Dats, I'm sure we can support each other through, and just looking forward to all that comes with it.
And Naomi, the same for you. You must be hugely proud. How proud were you when you got that call from Dan?
Yeah, I was really excited. I was at Finchley Cricket Club. I just had a solo bowl, and I was just going for a little walk, and yeah, got the call, and you know, Danny was explaining everything, and at the back of my mind, I was like, oh, is she going to tell me I'm not, you know, not got it or got it? I just didn't know. And when she finally said it, I was like really excited. Was probably a bit reserved in how excited I was at the time on the phone, but after I had a moment to myself, just driving home, I actually had a little tear in my eye, because I know that it was a long time coming for me, just putting all that work in. So it was a really nice moment. And then I came home and told my mum, and she was really proud, and she also started crying too, which was really nice little moment that I'm going to remember for a long time.
That's lovely. Danny, I'm going to finish off by coming back to you. You've got the three girls here, your new pros. What did you specifically see in them? You've obviously worked with them at Middlesex for a while. What did you see in the three of them that made them stand out as the perfect candidates?
Yeah, well, first of all, I didn't realise that I could actually make people quite so happy when I told them. It's very rare that you can have conversations like that. So actually, I was just as excited as they were. Genuinely, I came off every phone call with exactly the same feeling that they did. So in terms of what we saw in them, look, like it's obvious to anyone who's watched them play cricket that they're all very talented and effective cricketers. And I suppose for me, as much as having people taking these contracts on who have the skill set, it was also very much front of my mind that you need to be the right person to do it. You need to have the commitment. It's a big leap. It's a big commitment. And they were the people that I knew straight away would have that ability to do that would bring such a great mix of players and personalities to the group. Because for us going forward, like these three will be joined by more full-time cricketers in the next few months. So, but they're the core of the group that we're putting together for the next 2, 3, 5, however many years. And if we didn't get these right, then it was going to be a struggle for us going forward. And that was always in my mind, that you wanted players who were the right personalities that would bring a blend. And like you say, they know each other so well that they can lean on each other, but they also have a very independent mind. I know that by working with all of them. So it's a brilliant group. I could not ask for a better three people to have starting this journey. And they're incredibly patient with me at the moment while we're trying to put everything together as well, which helps.
Brilliant. And this could be an unfair question with the three of them sat here, but what hopes do you have for the three of them, and how far can they go in their careers?
I knew you were going to save one of those loaded questions for some point on this. At least you didn't ask me who my favourite was, which was always going to be really awkward. The world is everyone's oyster, and that's the great thing about this new frontier, I suppose, we're at with women's sport, is we've seen how investment in the right places in women's sport around the world has allowed opportunities for players to go on and achieve fantastic things. And all of these girls, they're so committed to the game that I'm just really excited to see them go out there. I want to see them dominate this competition for many years to come. And we all know that if people dominate at a certain level, they get given opportunities elsewhere. And that for me is the key here, is that if they're successful and we give them the tools and the resources and the support to go out there and continually perform at the top level in this competition, they'll kick on and they'll do exactly the same in whatever other competition they play in.
Danny, that's great. For what it's worth, the endorsement of a seasoned club cricketer is probably not the best endorsement you'll receive for your decision, but I've seen the three of these play. I know how hard they train, and I think you've made a great decision, so well done. Can I just finish by thanking all four of you for joining us? It's a really exciting time for women's cricket. It's a hugely exciting time for the three of you, and of course for Danny, who starts out on a new journey. Just want to say all the very best of luck. Thanks for joining us, and exciting times ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.